Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while learning this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risk their lives and freedom to do so. It's your brother Tazamak, coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this lesson, The Number of His Months Are Cut Off. Okay? It's over for these devils. They're not going to be ruling forever like they think. Okay, we're at the end of this devil's rulership right now. And they got a sour taste in the mouth. Okay, because the people that they've talked so negatively about over the years, treated like shit, put to death a lot of them, degraded them, spoke slander against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? We're going to rule next. Okay? Imagine you got a castle where you're rich, right? And you've been ruling for as long as you can remember. Your grandparents ruled, their parents ruled after that, right? And the servant you got around the house, you was treating like shit. You didn't put some of his family members to death. You hit him over the head whenever you want to. He gonna be your boss next. And he gonna do you worse than you did him. Obviously not the abominable stuff, okay? But beat the shit out of you. You would go crazy. Okay, these devils, they can't accept that we're gonna rule next. They can't accept that the curtains are closing on their rulership, man. They want to do whatever it takes to keep ruling, to keep deceiving, to keep throwing psyops out there. Seems like they throw one of those out every week to try to control the masses, which they're going to be able to control majority of the people, but the men of the Lord, they're not going to be controlled. We're not going to be controlled, okay? Because we have Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they're looking for everybody to depend on them so they can control everything. The scripture said that they think that themselves to be like the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. And look at the hell that they got to go through to be like the Most High. The Most High don't got to put a system in everybody to know what they're doing. Okay, put satellites everywhere. Okay, I know my servants over there. The Lord don't got to do that, man. That's carnal. Okay? The Lord deals by the Spirit. Just like this calendar. That's the days counting down. And when I saw this calendar, that was the Spirit. That's the days counting down of this devil's rulership, man. It's an event that happens literally every week. Apostle Hart said the other day, I was watching one of his lessons. He said that he feel like he don't got enough time to go to the damn bathroom no more. That's how fast things are moving. That's how fast this thing is going. You know? So I'm going to go ahead and get a few precepts on this. I'm going to be in the book of Job most of the lesson. Bounce around a little bit. I'm going to start off in the book of Job. 20. Okay. Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? Okay. So even back in the days, this is how it was written, man. This ain't something we just came up with. Okay, Esau, your time is over, and we just decided. Since the Lord put man on the earth, this is how it was supposed to be. Okay? You was going to rule temporarily, Salakia, and then get taken out. By who? Us. Okay, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. And who's the wicked? Esau. They tell you in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked one. Okay? It's not a nigga with a red pitchfork. It's the actual, you got the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, you got his physical counterpart, which is Esau. All right? It says, back in Job 25, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. I mean, it's temporary. Okay? When you look at our rulership, that's going to be in the kingdom. It ain't going to be like, okay, because this is what people will do. They'll say, well, it does talk about 1,000 years. You guys are only going to rule for 1,000 years with the Lord. Well, that's the first. That's going to be the first dominion, okay? Because after that 1,000 years, we're going to put Esau to death, pursuant to the book of Obadiah, the 1st chapter. Okay? It's not just 1,000 years and we got to come back down and deal with this shit again. No, we're going to rule forever. This devil, his rulership was only for a second. Okay? Because the Renaissance, That the 1400s. Okay, so he came back into the rebirth of power not that long ago. We about to take his ass out. He had a good run. All right, but the men of the Lord are going to rule next, and we're going to rule the planet in righteousness. If you look at the planet now, it's shit. Everything from the food to the quality of the air that we breathe to the water we drink, they take that as well. Okay? I'm going to get this precept next in the book of Psalms. This is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call the lands after their own names, and they do that. You know, name a street, Jefferson Avenue, whatever the hell they be naming these streets. George Washington Boulevard, you know. They've been doing this for the longest. But the inward thought is that, you know, that their family is going to rule forever. That the Edomite is going to rule forever, and then just they're going to have all the other nations in subjection, man. Their kids going to rule. Their kids' going to rule. Their great-grand, nah, hell nah. If the Lord were to let this devil continue to rule like the scriptures say, there would be no flesh to be saved. Man, imagine this nigga ruling another 20 years even. 15 years. 10. Because through the Spirit, I don't believe we have that much time. We don't. Okay? We don't. It's too hot right now. Prophecy is banging too hard right now for us to be here another 2 decades, man. Okay? So their houses ain't going to continue forever. That's it. And after Obadiah 1 and 18, it really ain't. Okay? And that's part of their God complex. You know? I'm going to go to the book of Job again. And get the 14th chapter. And right about the 5th verse. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. That has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. There's certain things in this devil's rulership that he cannot do. Number one is rule forever. Number one is rule forever. You have these two demons, okay, talking the other day. And before I get to that, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. His days are numbered. His rulership is numbered, man. He ain't about to rule forever. Okay? But like I was saying, you have these demons the other day, Xi Jinping, whatever the hell his name is, the minister of China. I think that's how you say it. And then you have Vladimir Putin talking about being immortal. All right? That's that devil wanted. That's the devil wanted to rule forever. Okay? They were talking about how they can make themselves. That's what I meant to say, Slocky. They were talking about how they can make themselves being immortal. What can they do to live forever? They spend all their wealth trying to figure that out, literally. Because they say Putin, you know, is super rich, which I believe he in a position of power like that serving Satan. Only right. Which he gonna lose in any goddamn way. But he would literally lose if he was worth 300 billion or whatever number. He would literally lose all that money trying to research how to make himself into an immortal. It's the same with Xi Jinping. And Salaki for pronouncing his name wrong. You know these devils, weird ass names over in Moab. But yeah, they were trying to talk about that. They've been talking about it forever. The Lord ain't giving it to them how to live forever. Okay, that's something that comes from the Spirit. That's something that comes from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Because watch, look at this, Job 21. And 21. For what pleasure hath he in his house after him? When the number of his month is cut off in the midst, his days are numbered. This devil is not going to care about what happens to his nation because he about to get put to death. When he get put to death, what care is he going to have for his people? He's not going to be here. You know? That's like us laser beaming him. And that's not going to do it because we're going to have to burn them all together, pursuing the Obadiah 1. So when we wipe them out, that's what I'm trying to say. When we wipe them out, pursuing the Obadiah, the first chapter, how are they going to care about what happens to the rest of the Edomites when it's over? Yeah, in the moment, man, my grandkids is about to die with me. My daughter about to, so what? Okay? They're not going to have no say-so after that. Okay? They're not going to have the pleasure of seeing their kids grow up and ruling and being something. It's over. I'm going to get ready to close with this in the book of Revelation. Okay? Revelation. So Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and to the sea. For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath. The devil is talking about Esau, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. You see it's talking about time here. Why is it talking about time? Because he's not going to rule forever. It wasn't set up that way through prophecy, man. Okay, this devil want to twist prophecy up the way he sees fit. The prophecy came to pass that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked one, that the Edomites will rule right now, but the other ones ain't gonna come to pass? No. Hell no. And that's how they feel. Okay, the other ones came to pass, but this one, this is where the story changes. You know? Imagine having a movie with the ending credits, and you got a nigga, and the movie was already written. You know, you got a nigga trying to do an alternate ending, and it just won't happen. That's Esau. Esau want to do an alternate ending, and it's just not gonna happen. Okay, the scriptures are gonna play out the exact way that is meant to play out. Okay, Esau like science, the prophecy is gonna play out to a science, to a T. All right, Lord's will. This was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.